So Spain obviously was your first time ever competing with a mask on.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? Was it hard to breathe, or is it not so bad?
It wasn't too bad. Like the stage was hot though. The
Uh,
stage was really hot. We were like back behind, so like there'd be the guys come forward, and we would be sitting in the back,
yeah.
and literally be sweating before I even hit a pose. But it was just really hot back there. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, you
Yeah.
made it. I saw some guys had to pull their masks off and just try. They were gasping. You seem like you're okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, even I think the one time I had forgot, like I saw a couple pictures and video that like I had it pulled down when
Yeah.
I think I was supposed to have it up, but
I mean,
I wasn't thinking about it, right? It was just up on the stage. So
oh man.
yeah.
So I do want to talk a little bit about your training because people are always curious to know how you guys train. And the
Mhm.
last I heard, this was a while ago, you were doing that push-pull legs split that
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people have adopted. Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I don't know if you're still doing it or if you went back to something else.
Yeah, I kind of do a little bit different, like, and then now also a little bit different because I'm in between shows. So coming here now, I'm really just kind of focusing on some weaker parts. Trying to bring up bicep peak, lower chest, so and then shoulders just a little bit more. So I have like two days where I'm focusing more on that per week, and then the other body parts mainly once per week. So
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
So the
So,
weak
because
parts twice, and the parts that aren't pretty much or like one time. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
because you're doing the Olympia again.
Mhm.
Some people really feel they can make improvements even when they're in prep. Other people say no, just leave, just try to maintain what you have, and off season
Yeah,
that's when I'll make the improvements. Which mindset are you? Do you believe you can make improvements while you're in prep?
definitely. I think so. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe just like not the last week, like or week and a half too,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
I think for sure, like leading up, definitely can make a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because were you in prep like a lot longer this year than you meant to be, like a lot of people were, or no?
Mm, I think I started about 16,
Oh,
20
okay.
weeks. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
I'm sure you've talked to people who they were prepping for this show, it got canceled, and
Right. Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
this show, it got canceled.
Luckily, I wasn't in a prep and that happened, so I was lucky in that sense. But
Yeah.
yeah, Antoine had that happen this
Yes.
year. Jeez, I'm like, man, give this guy needs a break.
Well, you know, the
No,
weird thing is yeah,
and then,
you're a good friend of Antoine's, right?
oh yeah, 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 yeah. So we trained too.
Yeah, it seems to have worked in the favor of most people that I talk to. You'd think, oh my God, they were in prep for 25 weeks, they must be on death's door. But a
Mhm.
lot of people, Antoine included, said it actually helped them out by
Yeah,
staying lean so long, they were able to keep growing and improving.
right. No, no. Yeah, I mean, the body definitely functions better when you keeping a lower body fat. I think. Yeah.
Well, I
So
mean, and that's kind of what you do. If you're staying around 270,
yeah,
if
yeah,
you're in
yeah.
the 250s on stage, 270 is still pretty decent shape.
Yeah, yeah. I like to. I feel better that way. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. With Instagram and YouTube, the
Yeah.
days of walking around like a bloat bag in the off season,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't really do that. You could, but people would
You
just
can, but
would
yeah.
rip you a new one if you look
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah.
that. So you still have you have your own clothing company. That's your
Mhm.
main page of your. It's called was it Regan Grimes? Where did I
Yeah.
put it?
Grimes Apparel. Yeah.
Grimes Apparel. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now is that the same one that you started back way back when you were like a 22-year-old also?
Yeah, yeah. So I've had the RG. It's like RG Apparel, Grimes Apparel. Same thing. But they've had that going for. I mean, pretty much since I think I turned pro. So 2015. So
Yeah,
5
yeah.
years. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I give you a lot of credit because some people say they have a clothing line. They just have a couple T-shirts, maybe a tank top,
Mhm.
but your stuff looks like Gymshark or Lululemon. It's high end.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you.
It's class.
Yeah.
It's flat. It's classy. It's stylish.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get the tracksuits and some sweaters, some different items. Actually, that I have like backpacks and all sorts of things coming out now. I'm really excited for.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Do
So,
you design most of the stuff yourself? Do you have people to do that with you?
I work with a company, but also like I kind of come up with the what kind of like clothing I want, and then we kind of work together. Like I'll send them a piece that I have that I like, and then we kind of work together on it.
All right.
But yeah,
Okay. So you've been in Europe now for a few weeks. I don't
Mhm.
know how much time you've probably spent significant. You've been to Europe many times, I'm sure now, traveling with appearances and stuff. But
Yeah.
what's different for us Americans and Canadians over on this side? What's fundamentally different about Europe as far as just living there and functioning?
I mean, the weather's really nice. Like right now, obviously it's cold back home, but yeah, it's just a different. It definitely is a different experience. I don't know. It's hard to say. That's a tough question, but
How do they seem to be dealing with this whole the masks and the
yeah,
pandemic and all that?
the mask. So yeah, like you, even when you're walking on the street, you have to wear the mask. So like not like when you just go into a store,
Hmm.
where in Canada I find you're not walking around like too much. I mean, I don't live in the city where I'm from, so you drive somewhere, you go in the store, you put the mask on. Whereas here, you step out your door, you're in the city, you need to put the mask on right away, or the police like they're patrolling it. So yeah.
How about reactions? Like when you walk down the street, being the size you are, what kind of reactions do you get from people? Do they look at you like you're from outer space?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
some people, yeah, it's pretty funny.
So you
Yeah,
are with the company GAT Supplements.
yeah.
How long you been with GAT right now?
Gat, I've been with Gat for about over a year now. I think,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So,
You've been posting a lot about their products as you should, and
yeah,
the one that comes up a lot is Nitroflex. So,
Nitroflex is
so
the
tell
best.
me about Nitroflex. What is it and what does it do?
Yeah, so Nitroflex, they have they have the stim formula and then the pump formula. So I love to take the pump formula, 2 scoops of that before I train, and then if you need the energy, the Nitroflex stim just came out with a new one there, and it's crazy. So they're really good products, and I love the EAAs, and the protein tastes amazing too. So I'm really happy with them, and they also have products that have sole ingredients, so like just glutamine on its own, creatine on its own, and you can add it to each product to make your own kind of. So mm,
So getting back to this whole thing where you're staying in Europe until the shows are over, were
mhm.
you tempted as soon as you found out that you were qualified for the Olympia? Even for a minute, were you ever tempted? That's it. I'm shutting it down to the Olympia. Just going to go home and prep for the Olympia.
No, I had my mind set on doing Romania because I feel like that plan will be the best. Trying to get that qualification. Um, if not, just gaining some points towards the 2021 qualification. So, um, yeah, I really, as soon as I got it, I was still like, I want to do Romania,
Yeah.
and also because I did it last year, I want to come back and be improved.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, you did pretty well last year. Third place is no joke. So I imagine you want to come back and win that thing.
Yeah, I would love to.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, maybe you will. Now let's hope you do, man.
I
I
hope.
mean, I don't know who's going to stop you at this point. So, another thing you talked about in the past when we talked with training was, you've managed to keep your waist and your midsection very small and tight, even though everything else has gotten so much thicker, rounder, fuller. Is
Mhm.
you used to avoid deadlifts, and you said certain compound movements that you felt could contribute to a thicker waistline. Have you been doing that this whole time still?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't do very often ever like deadlifts from the floor. I do rack pulls. I posted one a little bit ago. Um, Different variations of that, and then I just think the waist is it's in your off season. Making sure you don't push it too far. Like staying 15 to 20 pounds away from your stage weight is going to help you keep that waist smaller, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you're proof positive that you don't have to deadlift 800 pounds from the floor to have a great back. Because I
No.
think if I don't know if your shoulders, your back, I don't know what would you say is your best body part? I think your back is definitely in contention for that.
I think I think my back probably. Yeah, yeah. I just feel like I get a really good contraction to the back. Like I get a good connection, um, and it's all just going as heavy as you can, but just like stretching and then squeezing, coming back, full range of motion, and that's just I don't know. I get a good connection. I feel like my back just responded well
Yeah.
to that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's because that's one of your. It's not even the stage shots that are when you see the training stuff, you can really get a grasp of how thick
Mm.
the back is, how round it just sweeps out. So obviously genetics had something to do with it, but you don't get a back like that without a lot of very hard training. It doesn't matter. You got to put the work in. So um, here we are. You're headed to your second Olympia. What do you remember most about your first time on the Olympia stage? It's been over 2 years now.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I missed last year. I actually didn't even get to go. But I'm really excited to go back to Vegas, and I don't really know what to expect, because I think the open show is a whole different experience than what Classic was. So I just can't wait to see what it's all about and get up there. It's surreal just seeing my name on that list. I'm like, geez, I can't believe it. So those are the guys I look up to, and they're the best in the world. You see, like, literally, it's like Phil Heath and my name. I was like,
Yeah.
crazy.
It's alphabetical, so wasn't your name
Yeah.
before his? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But
And I mean, last time you were there, you were like 220 pounds, give or take.
yeah, it was like a raisin. It was
Yeah.
like,
So I mean, you're gonna be you're gonna look like you ate that version of Regan Grimes this time. Yeah.
I'll have to get a picture like side by side of the
Oh,
two.
please, you got to put that up. That'll be awesome. Because yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you did it gradually, because I do see a lot of bodybuilders try to put on the size super fast,
Mhm.
and a lot of them, they ruin their physiques that way. I'm glad that you are doing it gradually.
Yeah.
People say, oh, he's only put on 10 pounds, and I said, yeah, but you know what? 10 pounds of actual muscle mass, and when you
Yeah.
keep the waist small, that's a huge difference.
Right.
It's a significant improvement. So please keep
Mhm.
on doing it the way you've been doing it. I know you will, but
Yeah. No, thank you.
you're not in a rush. As you know, Dexter Jackson's old enough to be your grandfather, and he's still up there. So
Jeez, it's crazy.
grandfather,
Yeah.
maybe, definitely father. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I don't want Dexter getting mad at me. He's the same
No.
as 51. But, yeah. So, well, I want to wish you the best of luck in Romania. I think you're going to do very well. Probably win there. We
Yes,
can't predict.
thanks.
We don't know what's going to happen, but you
We don't
certainly
know.
have an excellent chance.
Thank you.
You're rising. You're one of the best new bodybuilders in the sport, and it's exciting. We need to see young guys getting better and better every year. It's
Yeah.
cool to see the older guys who still look great, that look great 10, 20 years ago, but you've seen them a million times.
No, awesome. Thank you. Thanks for that.
So best of luck with that Romania show. We're definitely all excited to see you on the Olympia stage as an open bodybuilder this time. Whole new animal. And yeah, man, you've done a great job with everything, the social media, the contracts, you're doing everything right. So that's a testimony to you having a really good head on your shoulders, and being smart about bodybuilding, which not everyone is, but it's cool to see when somebody is.
No,
So
thanks, Ron. Yeah.
that's it. Well, that's it, man. Thank you so much. I want everyone to make sure you join that 1.4 million and follow him at Regan Grimes on Instagram. Awesome content on his YouTube channel, also just called Regan Grimes. He's got workouts with other people on there, all kinds of tips. You'll see lifestyle, day in the life, eating, all that stuff that you guys want to see. So that's it.
Awesome.
Appreciate you taking the time, Regan, and that's it.
Thanks for having me on. And guys, thank you everyone who's tuned in today, and thanks MD for everything and having me on the show today.
Cool, man. So we'll see you in Las Vegas. Yeah.
See you guys.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been Ron Harris with Regan Grimes.